going on, guys? I'm back. Um, it's been a while. I haven't made a video in I think it's been a couple months or a month. Um, I kind of have a lot to cover. Well, I don't really know, not so much. I think that the first thing I'm going to talk about is my Celtics. Obviously, we are starting a new era. Um, you know, it's bittersweet. I would say as a Celtics fan. Um, obviously, I think Danny made the right business decision. Um, I think it was time to finally, you know, uh, rebuild. Would it have been any different you know, if it was if, Paul had stayed? I mean, I would feel as if though if they were going to really start out this whole thing all over again and rebuild and build towards the future and eventually, further on down the road, compete for championships. I think this is the right thing. Obviously, fans aren't going to be for it. Fans are going to be against it. I know I mean, I was kind of 50-50. I mean, I obviously wanted Paul. I mean, more than anything, I wanted Paul Pierce to retire. Kevin Garnett, even though, everything that he did for this team, he changed the culture of Boston. He changed everything. I mean, the defense, the intensity, the passion. I mean, everything that he brought to the team, um, was really, great. And, I thank Kevin Garnett for that. He was a great player here, and he was a huge part of us winning that 2008 NBA championship without question. Paul, to me, his body of work, I mean, everything he went through in Boston, I mean, he was here, I mean, through it all, I mean, thick and thin. I mean, he easily could have walked away from this team. I mean, but he stuck by us. He stuck through it all. He finally won a championship here, which is what he wanted to do. He just wanted to win here. That's all he wanted. Um, and Paul is, to me, first ballot Hall of Famer. Same thing with Kevin Garnett, first ballot Hall of Famer. Paul, I think, will go down as one of the greatest Celtics of all time. I think with everything he accomplished here, everything he did for the fans, for the media, for everyone, for the organization as a whole, and the same thing with Kevin Garnett. These guys really gave a lot, and they gave up a lot to really, win and play team basketball, which is great. And I mean, I was sad, when they were traded, but obviously the team is going in a different direction. They're rebuilding, and I think it was just time to, finally, close that door and just, start over. So and obviously, I mean, as soon as Doc went out the door, I mean, you knew that they were going to be traded. I mean, am I shocked that Doc didn't stay? No, I'm not. Because I didn't really think he wanted to, go back to rebuilding, which pretty much means you're going to suck. Because he already went through that, when he first came here. There was a lot of, years where we were just, fucking awful, and I mean, I think when you get a taste of that championship, when uh, I mean, I don't think you want to go back. I mean, I think you want to go back to where you were and not go back in time, to just to get back to that point. And so I mean, I don't blame Doc for leaving. I mean, he did the best decision for himself. Doc had a lot of great years here, and Doc gave a lot to the team. To me, Doc is one of the is one of the best coaches in the NBA. He's right up there with Popovich, Phil Jackson, all those guys. And I think he's going to do great, with the Clippers. I think the Clippers will probably be a threat next season. Definitely, he's going to help that team out a lot. Um, what else? As far as Brad Stevens, obviously, I mean, I think that Danny believes in him. Obviously with the 5-year contract, obviously, he's not paying him a lot of money, which is, obviously a good thing because the team's going to suck anyway. But I think Brad, is a young coach. I mean, he's kind of a wild card. I mean, I really don't know if he's going to pan out. I mean, we'll really see over, this season and the next couple seasons. I mean, college coaches, typically don't really pan out in the NBA. We all saw that with fucking Rick Pitino. He was awful as a head coach in the NBA. But I could be wrong, but I mean, he's still a wild card. I mean, I really don't know what he's going to bring to the table and, if he's going to really help out with player development, moving guys along. Obviously, I mean, we're not going to be able to tell if he's really a good coach or not because the team's really not going to be, a competitive team, obviously. Um, so we'll see how that works out. As far as Rajon Rondo goes, um, I, I mean, I'm really optimistic that Danny is really going to trade him because he said that he had no intention of trading him. I mean, I really don't believe half the shit that Danny says. For all we know, Rondo could be traded before the season starts. I think that's what they need to do and what they should do, simply because, I mean, Rondo isn't really going to listen to Brad Stevens. Rondo is very hard-headed. He's a hothead. He has, I would say a pretty big ego. I know that Doc had his troubles with Rondo, and Rondo pretty much, I mean, Danny gave him the keys last season to be the leader of the team, to be the future. I don't really think Rondo's a leader. I don't think he's a guy you build around. I mean, I really consider Rondo like, a piece to a team that you build around. I don't think he's the guy you build around. Um, and I don't think Rondo should be the leader of this team. I'd rather have someone else be the leader because I don't think Rondo's a good leader. I think he's selfish. I think he only cares about stats. He doesn't care about team basketball, about winning championships, about sacrificing. Um, so, I mean, I really hope they trade him. If they don't trade him, I feel as if though he's really going to butt heads with Brad Stevens, who obviously doesn't know anything about the NBA. He doesn't know about, NBA personalities. He doesn't know anything about the NBA. I mean, he's going to do his best, to try to get these players to listen to him, which I think they will, because most of the players now are younger and they're going to, listen to him more. But Rondo has been around, you know, a lot. I mean, what is this, his seventh, eighth, ninth season, I think. And he's gonna, say that this is his team. He's won a championship, blah blah blah, which to me still doesn't mean shit because he was just a passenger for that championship. I mean, we all know that Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen won that championship, and obviously key pieces off the bench, guys like James Posey, guys like Eddie House, guys like PJ Brown. I mean, fucking Leon Poe. So Rondo to me was just a passenger on that team. He really wasn't, a piece that it got them to win that championship. He was just a passenger. Um, so we'll see how that pans out. I really hope they trade Rondo because I think it'll be the best for the team, for Brad Stevens, so he can really get these players to listen to him, so he can move them along, so he can, understand the NBA a little better and just, kind of be the leader out there instead of Rondo trying to be a leader of the whole team. Um, so we'll see how that pans out. Obviously, I don't think the Celtics are going to be competing. Clearly, I'm gonna say that the Celtics, I'll say for the next 2 to 3 seasons, are gonna suck. I really hope it's not 5 seasons. I mean, I'm really predicting 2 to 3 seasons. There's a lot of good young players that are gonna be in the obviously the NBA draft the next couple seasons. I know Jermaine Wiggins was a big one. So I think if the Celtics really want to, really start all over and do this all over again, Rondo needs to be traded for whatever. I don't care what we get for Rondo, to be honest, because we're gonna suck anyway, even if we have Rondo. And I really think they should target to suck for the next couple seasons so they can potentially get a number one draft pick, because that's really how you get superstar players is by getting a number one draft pick. And I think I think they're trying to aim towards Jermaine Wiggins. I know he's supposedly the next LeBron James. We'll see if that happens. But I think if the Celtics are serious about this, they need to suck as much as possible to try to lock up a number one pick over the next couple of years. That's really all I got. Let me know what you guys think about everything. If you think the Celtics are going in the right direction, if you guys think Rondo should be traded, if you think Brad Stevens is going to pan out as a head coach in the NBA, I'm still kind of optimistic about it. But just let me know what you guys think. Leave comments, subscribe to my channel, and as always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, that's it. I'm out. Peace.